to basically get us familiarized with annotation and citing sources, which is something I have some pre-existing experience with, but it was nice to kind of get a little bit more help with that. So the paper itself is on any topic that we wanted. And I wrote mine on ASMR. So in this video, I'm going to be switching between my whispering voice and my soft-spoken voice. If you can hear in the background, there are lots of birds chirping outside, and I think it makes a lovely atmosphere. We just had a storm come through this morning, and the clouds are clearing. It's like it was one of those spring storms, and yeah, it created this nice atmosphere. There's all these chirping birds. I'll let you listen to them for a minute. And luckily there's not a lot of airplanes going by. Pretty much if you live anywhere in the Salt Lake Valley, you will be under the direct flight path of airplanes, and it pretty much is unavoidable because the flight path of the planes goes directly down the middle of the valley. So no matter which side of it you're on, east or west, you're gonna hear it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start reading it in my soft-spoken voice, and I will alternate between soft-spoken and whispering every time I turn the page. So let's get started. There exists a feeling, a pleasurable, warm, and inviting feeling that people often pay little attention to. It begins with the sound or voice and explodes into an intense and radiating warmth. You may have felt this way before, but did you know this feeling has a name? It's called ASMR, which stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. This feeling not only has a name, but it has a significant following on YouTube, where a community of both creators and consumers seek out this pleasurable feeling by searching for ASMR inducing videos. Even more surprising, this movement has gained mainstream media and scientific recognition from news outlets like NPR and the New York Times. This movement has collected millions, if not billions, of combined views on YouTube, and is slated to become bigger and more as more people search for a way to relax. This paper will present this movement, assess why it has become so popular, who and how it helps, as well as if you, the reader, indeed experience ASMR. Most, if not all of us, have felt this strangely relaxing sensation before, but very few of us have been able to assign a name to it. According to Ilse Blansert, the creator of the popular ASMR channel, The Water Whispers, quote, ASMR is not just a feeling, it's a way of life. Ilse has amassed over 145,000 subscribers on YouTube and over 25 million views. So I'm gonna come a little bit closer and switch to my whispering voice because I just turned the page. And according to the aforementioned statistics, millions of people agree. It is yet unknown exactly how many people consume or produce ASMR content, but the community is one of the fastest growing in the video sharing website. ASMR is often triggered by sounds or a certain voice. The most common triggers are often reported to be tapping, scratching, brushing sounds, and soft-spoken whispered voices. This feeling itself has been described as a warm, radiating, tingly feeling that begins at the top of the head and moves down the neck to the spine, from there to the limbs. This feeling is purported to help calm those with severe anxiety and put incurable insomniacs into a sound, deep, and restful sleep. However, there is one aspect of this phenomena that has until recently been ignored. Does this, quote, feeling have any standing within the scientific community? According to Dr. Tom Stafford, a lecturer in psychology and cognitive sciences from the University of Sheffield, he was quoted in the Independent saying, "It might well be a real thing, but it's inherently difficult to research. The inner experience is the point of a lot of psychological investigation. But when you've got something like this that you can't see or feel, and it doesn't happen for everyone, it falls into a blind spot. It's like I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing the word. It's like synesthesia. For years, it was a myth. Then in the 1990s, people came up with a reliable way of measuring it. This proves that it may be worth exploring further, as many people who experience this euphoric feeling claim it has helped them move away from harmful prescription sleep aids and to find a more natural way to doze off without nasty side effects. So now I'm going to switch back to my soft-spoken voice. Many within the scientific community are beginning to recognize ASMR's benefits. According to sleep specialist Dr. Amir Khan of the Sutter Neuroscience Institute, advised that using ASMR videos as a sleep aid may be the best method for quality sleep, and said they may become a habit similar to using a white noise machine or a baby using a pacifier to fall asleep. as more people, both in the scientific community and in the general public, flock to YouTube to find their favorite triggers or ASMR videos and their makers, the movement grows by thousands of people every day and millions every year. But with science catching up to public interest, will we be able to safely and effectively measure the neurological and psychological aspects of ASMR? According to neurologist Edward J. O'Connor in the Santa Monica College newspaper, an obstacle to accurately researching the ASMR phenomena is that there may be no single stimulus which triggers ASMR for all individuals. While this presents a challenge to research, it is nothing a simple control can't fix. For instance, those wishing to participate in a study who claim to experience ASMR could only need to fill out a quick survey or make a written or oral statement about which sounds or voices trigger their responses. This would make it possible for whoever or whatever group is conducting said study to provide the designated triggers for the participants and measure their brain activity. A good way to gauge said activity would be to use an MRI or EEG machine, one to measure physical changes in the brain and the other to measure electromagnetic activity. So I'm going to switch back to whispering. While the jury is still out on the scientific aspect of ASMR, one thing is certain: it exists and millions have been able to reap its benefits. I myself listen to ASMR videos every single night before I doze off to sleep. With its help, I was able to knock my prescription sleep aids and reduce my dosage of antidepressants. I was also able to start my own ASMR YouTube channel and collected over 600 subscribers and over 50,000 views. This is nowhere close to some video makers who have millions of viewers, but it's my way of giving back to the people what I myself have benefited from. I would encourage the reader to experience this internet phenomena for themselves. You can find your triggers by visiting YouTube and searching for your triggers, or by visiting reddit.com and searching for the subreddit r/ASMR. This is a convenient resource for someone who is new to the community. And then the next page is just my works cited bibliography. Now, this paper is only the rough draft, and I am going to finish up the final draft today and just basically work out some issues with some of the text and add some things and reformat it to APA, because I like using APA. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was very relaxing for you. I will have a new video after this one out as soon as I can, and that one will be a roleplay. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope it was relaxing for you. Until next